Hey, what is up YouTube? It's Overlord Gaming here, and today I want to talk about the Destiny gameplay and some of its weapons. And the weapon that I primarily wanted to focus on and kind of make a comparison with is the secondary or the special weapon, the fusion rifle. Because I've seen quite a bit of hate for this weapon in online, and a lot of people are claiming that's overpowered, and I actually have to somewhat agree with them. Now, the reason that is because most of the time whenever I'm using a fusion rifle, or going up against someone who is using a fusion rifle, and the person is relatively good, depending on how they use it, a lot of the times what will happen is I'll go around the corner, I'll see some guy, and then I'll go back around the corner again, charge up my fusion rifle, poke my head out once more, and then I'll basically insta-gun them. If you remove this gun's charge time, it basically has an insta-kill time to kill, and that's really, really ridiculous. Now, I understand that it's supposed to be like the medium range shotgun, but this thing can be used in medium range, close range, and save long range, maybe a little bit out past medium range, depending on where you aim exactly and the spread of the fusion rifle that you're using. Like if you have a legendary one with the better accuracy and less spread, yeah, you could definitely do it. But just the amount of ridiculous time to kill and how much damage it does, it's overbearing and it's a little overpowered. Now, people are kind of, on one side or the other, shotguns or fusion rifles, because a lot of the maps are close range oriented, and shotguns seem to be the best weapon to use, say for fusion rifles. Now, I would personally say, and this is just my opinion, that shotguns do take more skill than fusion rifles to use. The reason being is that because with shotguns, you carry the risk of dying while trying to shotgun said person. Because with shotguns, you have to close that distance. Now, whenever you're trying to close that distance, you can have problems, such as the person, nading you out, pinning you down behind cover, and then having his teammate clean you up, or him just plain out assault rifling you, even if you are moving from cover to cover because of Destiny's weird little netcode. Now, some other things are a little bit glitchy, as again, I said Destiny's netcode is weird. You can shotgun someone, and then they can melee you. And despite the fact that you shotgun them and there's like a half a second difference, and I have it recorded in some gameplays, they will still kill you anyway. Even though there's like a half a second difference, and they technically are already dead, they still have time to melee you. And all in all, just using a shotgun is a lot more dangerous, and I feel that it's personally a lot more skill-based than using a fusion rifle. Now, with shotguns, there are multiple ways to close the distance, such as sliding from cover to cover. You can use blink, you can use high mobility to jump over people whenever they're around a corner, and you can shotgun them in the top of the head. But all in all, I don't see many people doing that, and playing it like it's a high mobility game. And so it is a little frustrating sometimes when you get killed by fusion rifle. So the way that you would probably remedy this is, if you're a shotgun user, I would highly suggest trying to, plan out what you're going to do exactly, because most of these maps, as again, they're close quarters combat oriented. Depending on where you are in the map, there are long lines of sight and basically very little to no cover in the map. And then mix that with the mobility, they can close that distance on you with the fusion rifle extraordinarily quickly, making it, either from a, 2-hit kill to a 1-hit kill, rather ridiculously fast. So, what I would propose is that you try to outplay them instead of just rushing forward, because I do see a lot of shotgun users just blatantly charging at the fusion rifle user without any, know-how or, any idea of, perhaps using cover or sliding. Although in their defense, with Destiny's bad netcode, you can still slide, and they'll shoot over you, and you will die anyway because the hitbox is moving behind you, or that's where your hitbox is because of lag. And that's kind of does suck about Destiny. They haven't fixed that yet, and their netcode is terrible. They promptly need to fix it, but there are a few ways to get around the fusion rifle's insta-kill. Now, I do still feel that it's OP, even if you play it right, because as again, it's basically an insta-killing assault rifle, and it can be used at both medium range and close range, and even a little bit past medium range into some of the longer ranges, depending on what fusion rifle you're using. And there's really not much that you can do to remedy it. You can hope that kill the person before they're able to get that shot off and before their charging is done, but even with that, with Destiny's bad netcode, you could still possibly die. The person can melee you, and if you're already wounded from them shooting you once, they're basically going to kill you anyway. They can nade you out and weaken you and then finish you off with a fusion rifle. There's a lot more variables with the shotgun that put you in harm's way than there are with the fusion rifle. And it's just kind of frustrating seeing people claim that, the fusion rifle does take a lot of skill. Now, that's not to say that this gun doesn't take any skill whatsoever. The fusion rifle does have the fact that you do have to be very precise and know where to aim with the weapon in order to actually properly use it and to get that one-hit kill off. Usually, depending on what fusion rifle you're using, they have a lot of vertical recoil, so you basically have to aim at their knees and it'll go up to their head. And it is just, I don't know, it's kind of a mixed weapon depending on which one you're using. They can either be blatantly useless on most maps, or they can be basically insta-killing death machines that destroy everything and people will walk around with them and not use their primary weapon, because the fusion rifle basically compensates for a primary weapon anyway. Now, I do personally feel that the fusion rifle does need a little bit of a nerf. I think that it should have a slightly longer charge time, or perhaps less range to it, or not be as good in close range. And the way that I propose that you do this is either up the charge time ever so slightly, maybe by 0.3 seconds or half a second, and then cut down the range by 10, 15, 20%. Because I have seen where people have effectively used the fusion rifle at assault rifle ranges and basically insta-kill me. And it is really blatantly annoying whenever something like that happens. The other way that you could also fix this is give shotguns maybe slightly more range, but a longer, second shot time, follow-up shot time. Because if you get one of the shotguns that has the full auto mod, it basically skips the cocking back animation with the pump of the shotgun. So it gets pretty ridiculous. So I just want to kind of know now what you guys think of the shotgun compared to the fusion rifle, which one you think is overpowered compared to the other one, and what kind of topic you guys would like me to do next, and what you guys would like to see next. Send that to me in a message or something, or down in the comments below, and I'll try and do it. So, this is Overlord, signing out, and I'll talk to you guys later.